Hey guys, so it is the 19th of April and I am 30 weeks pregnant today. I'm filming in my kitchen, kind of a really random spot to film, but I was sitting down here and there was no moving and there's nowhere else in my house right now that is semi-decent to film in. So this is kind of an awkward filming angle for me, but we're gonna go with it. So I am doing my 29 and 30 week update today and let's just go ahead and get started. So first thing that I noticed this last couple of weeks is that we took some pictures for Easter, and I've noticed in a couple other pictures and looking back on some of the vlogs that I've been filming and editing and stuff like that, I've noticed a little bit of weight gain in my face. It's not bad weight gain. I'm not like looking at it going, oh my God, I'm fat. I'm pregnant. I'm going to gain weight. But I'm starting to notice finally 29, 30 weeks pregnant that my face is starting to gain some weight. That's been kind of interesting because normally my face has always pretty much been the same size, but I'm a little bit chubby. I did have a doctor's appointment today. Dale came with me because we both got the Tdap vaccine, which is right here, and I have documented that, so that's in a vlog, which if it's up at this point, probably won't be. I will link it down below. If not, then eventually you'll see it one day because I'm way behind on posting the vlogs that I've been filming, which I've been filming a lot. Anyway, besides the point, we did have a doctor's appointment today and I weigh 136 pounds. So again, as per usual, it's probably a little bit less than that. It's probably closer to 134, something like that, but it's an approximation. And that brings me to the point where I probably, per their recommendation, I probably shouldn't gain any more weight, but for my own feelings, I think that I'm still fine to gain some weight. But looking at myself in the mirror, I can tell that I've gained weight in some places that I'm not usually weighty in, and so that's just been noticeable now. They also said my blood pressure was at 110/60, which my nurse said was great, so that's good. And my uterus, so top to bottom, is measuring 31 centimeters, which is right on track for being 30 weeks. So yes, we did get the Tdap vaccine. That is the, pertussis, tetanus, and that kind of stuff. Bill and I both got it. I don't like vaccines, but I actually did quite well doing it. I wanted to wait for Dale, but he was trying to get his stuff set up to get it, so he didn't get to be in the room with me, which may have turned out for the better because sometimes when people are in the room with me, I tend to get a little bit more emotional about things. So sometimes when I'm on my own, it actually works out better. And I was told by a couple people that it's a really painful vaccine, and even the nurse said that it's probably gonna be really painful. It actually doesn't hurt at all. Normally when I get vaccines and injections and stuff like that, they really hurt for a while afterwards. I was expecting this one to really, really hurt. It doesn't hurt at all. I'm actually 100% fine, and that's totally not normal for me, so don't know what that's all about. Other updates, so things, for example, like my caffeine and stuff like that. I had said at the beginning of this pregnancy that I wanted to avoid drinking caffeine. I wanted to avoid microwave popcorn. I wanted to avoid sodas and things like that. I've been doing really well in avoiding all those things. I am drinking caffeine now that I'm in the 3rd trimester. I'm feeling totally fine once in a while having a cup of actual caffeinated coffee if I'm really, really tired for work and need it. I've been working several Sunday 6 a.m. shifts, and if I don't, I need the caffeine to be able to work that shift. And I feel fine with that because I'm not drinking, first of all, I'm not drinking a hot drink every single day, which I normally do. Second of all, I'm still sticking to decaffeinated teas, decaffeinated coffee, and things like that for a regular everyday basis. Microwave popcorn, I have still been able to avoid for the most part, and I just have it every once in a while. I had it 2 days ago or something like that. I'm not craving microwave popcorn nearly as much as I was to begin with this pregnancy. It was like, oh my gosh, I want some popcorn. Wasn't having that problem. Sorry about the clicking on the floor. It's Evie's paws and nothing I can do about it. But I have been able to avoid that just fine. And then sodas and stuff like that, I will have one every once in a while, but very rarely. Come lay down. Oh, Evie said she needed to join. You realize this is the dinner table, right? You're not supposed to be sitting at the dinner table. So lately it got super, super difficult for me to sleep. I was not able to sleep through the night. I was waking up early in the morning and then not being able to fall back asleep, and I would just be exhausted in the morning. So I talked to my doctor's office and they recommended Unisom, which is what I bought. They said Unisom or Tylenol PM were both things that pregnant women were safe to take as sleep aids. I decided to take the Unisom because it is specifically advertised as a sleep aid, whereas Tylenol PM is not. And I didn't feel like I needed to take Tylenol if there was something else that I could take. So I've been taking Unisom, and it does help, and it has been an absolute lifesaver, because part of the not being able to sleep is just due to discomfort. And anytime I lay on my right side, my thigh just gets numb and sore and just achy, and it wakes me up in pain, and I have to flip over, and it's not very comfortable. Also with the sleep stuff, Dale bought me a Cozy Bump, which is one of those, they look like inflatable pool beds with a hole cut in where your stomach goes, and they're specifically designed for pregnant women to be able to lay on their stomach. Dale bought me one of those. They're the weirdest thing ever, but it has made such a difference. Every once in a while, I will just lay down on it and watch some vlogs or something like that, watch some YouTube, read a book, and it's been really, really nice. It kind of feels uncomfortable on your belly after a while. Not like it's tight or cutting into your stomach, but it just kind of, the weight of the baby sitting all the way down in your belly feels a little bit odd, but it's really, really nice for my back, and I feel like it has made a difference. It's not something that I would sleep on like long term, like at night, no way, but it's nice to be able to actually lay down on my stomach. It really actually makes a difference. I have a much, much shorter temper. I don't feel like I've been getting angry more often, but I just don't want people around me. I feel very much like the only person that I can cope with in long periods of time is Dale, and then my parents, because I don't live with my parents, whereas I live with his parents. So people in general, just everybody in general, kids, my cousins, Dale's kids, sometimes my cat gets on my nerves. Just people in general are just getting on my nerves a lot more, and they say that that's just part of the hormones and things like that, and that it's not a big deal either. And it's not as if I'm getting mad at people and hating them. I just don't want to be around people. I just want to be alone. Just leave me alone. Let me sleep. Let me chill. Just leave me alone. The baby, his heart rate was at 153 today, which the doctor again said was fine. And he has been moving a lot of movement, a lot of big movements where my entire stomach shifts to side, this, that, and the other, all around, all over the place. Very obvious movements. There's no way in hell that if he's moving and I'm like, hey, come feel this, you're gonna be able to feel it. It's not gonna be one of those where it's like, was that the baby? No, you'll know, because it's hard not to know. My dad has gotten to feel when the baby pokes, like, oh, he's moving now because I touched him. I'm sorry. When he pokes like his little feet out, or his little hands or elbows or whatever it is that he's poking out, my dad has gotten to feel sort of that. I made my brother feel it. I don't know how well my brother actually felt it, because he kind of stopped doing it. So I don't know how well he actually got to feel it. I know Dale has felt it several times now. I feel it all the time. It's really weird and interesting. He has hiccups a lot more often now. He hasn't really been having very many hiccups throughout my entire pregnancy, but he's had a lot of hiccups now, and they tend to be right down by my skull tattoo, which is where most of the movement was before. However, now I'm pretty sure that when he has the hiccups, he's actually head down. I know that he's still flipping over, because sometimes I feel his head right under my ribs, which is where he, for whatever reason, likes to put his head. But he has been putting himself head down, because I will feel the hiccups all the way down by my skull tattoo, and then there's an empty pocket here, and then you can feel little pokey protrusions up here, which is where he's putting his feet or his knees, or what I'm assuming it's his feet. But definitely that's kind of interesting. I don't know, I find that really fascinating. But the hiccups are really annoying. The kicks, I can take the kicks. The kicks they're getting more painful because he's getting bigger and he's kicking harder and things like that. But I can cope with that. That's okay. They do sometimes go on for enough time that I'm like, okay, are you done? But the hiccups are like, please stop having hiccups. Please stop having hiccups. Please stop having hiccups. For the last 2 weeks, so from 28 to 29 weeks, I think he was probably having hiccups almost every single night down in that same area, but only at night. And then now he has started having them a little bit during the day. So this morning he had them for the first time in the morning, which was kind of weird. But I'm going to chalk that up to the super spicy sushi that I had last night, which again, we vlogged, so you guys can see that if we put it up. But I think that that's just residual effects from the spicy sushi, is that he still has hiccups from that. But yes, he's definitely on the move a lot, and it's very obvious movements. And sometimes I feel a little bit weird in class because my stomach will just be sitting there moving on its own, and I'm just like, eh, whatever. One of the things I thought was interesting to mention is how different people touching my belly while the baby is moving can affect the baby in different ways. And Dale if he touches my belly and the baby's super active, I mean, he can still feel him, but more often than not, the baby will stop. And I feel like Dale has a calming effect on the baby somehow, that the baby somehow knows that his dad is the one touching him and whatever. My mom also seems to have the same effect on him. So my mom will put her hand on my belly and then the baby will kind of like pause. And I don't know what's up with that, if it's like maybe temperature or pressure or how hard they're touching my belly or something, I don't know. But it's interesting, it's something I wanted to remember. So that is basically it for this update. Oh, we registered for our baby shower, which is next month, and baby shower's hopefully getting closer to happening. It's been stressing me out, but hopefully that will be organized soon and then we will have that done. And I feel a little bit better knowing that there's stuff on that list that I need and hopefully we'll be able to get. But that's about it. I may not be doing weekly updates anymore. I think you guys can probably tell by the fact that the last like 2 or 3 updates have been 2 weeks. Not enough changes from week to week anymore that I feel like I need to make a weekly update. Sometimes it's just not necessary. So I've been doing the 2 weeks. If stuff changes, then I'll do it. But I'm also a lot more pressed for time. So I will go ahead and show you guys my belly shot now and then finish up the video. Here is 30-week stomach from the front. And from the side, from the other side, and from the front, and the side, and the other side. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys next week, possibly for another update. If not, there will be some type of video posted at some point after this. So we'll just see what that is. And I will talk to you guys later. I hope you guys have a good day or night wherever you are in the wherever you are in the world. I hope you guys have a good day or night, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.